For the Ogun State government, this advocacy program at the Abeokuta Girls Grammar School in the state capital has become expedient due to the moral laxitude recorded among some students.
These girls are going to be models in this school. We have taken them through counseling sessions. We brought in 2 professors. We brought in the ANCOPS resident, also a counselor. We brought in retired principals that are counselors. They interacted with them for 2 weeks and their parents. I also spoke to them. And you all saw them, they came into school for manual labor. That is to say, there should be some sanction, even when you do something wrong. You don't just pat you on the back. They have gone through that process, so that they will know that what they have done wasn't right. It brought bad image to the school and even to themselves and to the family.
The Commissioner for Education also announces some measures being taken in schools to check truancy, while the principal commends this initiative.
We will actually take the attendance of SS3 from schools every week. They have to give us return in the ministry every week. So when you start on Monday like this, by Friday, the attendance for the week, we have it. That is physical. But don't forget that we have a means of now checking also through the platform, the extra platform.
I appreciate the Honorable Commissioner for what he did this morning. In fact, it's something that is laudable. Himself, he left the office with everybody and they came here, they talked to our students, they counseled them, they talked to them a lot. And we had promised that when next he will be coming, he will see us even better than he saw us today.
This is the first public secondary school the Ogun Advocacy Counseling Task Team is visiting, and they intend to move to other schools across the state with the message of instilling the right attitude and discipline into the students as they encourage parents to do their part. To tell us more about this issue, joining us from Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, is the Commissioner for Education, Professor Abayomi Aribabu. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too. Now, can you tell us how the ministry intends to carry out these measures in curbing truancy and discipline, amongst other vices, amongst the students?
Yeah, thank you very much. We have a lot of activities mapped out and strategies. We engage in what we call the stakeholders engagement. That involved all the principals of schools in Ogun State, all the head teachers in schools, and the representative of Teachers Union, and then parents, or students association, security agencies, and so on. That one happened, and that was why we actually extended the holidays by 1 week at the beginning of the year. And we made all parents and the pupils, the learners, to sign what we call the undertaking forms. You know, there was an undertaking form that each parent will have to come to school and sign in the presence of the teachers. Learners will also have to sign in the presence of the class teacher. The head teacher will sign, and then this will be passed to us at the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Through that, we have committed the parents to be more involved in helping with discipline in schools. We have also committed the learners that they have to ensure that they continue to be of good behavior. Of course, we came out with what we call list of maybe offenses in the schools and sanctions associated to those offenses. So all principals and head teachers have these ones now. And once a student commits any offense, they can actually use this manual to guide them in apportioning appropriate punishment. And
but the government,
meanwhile, the punishment, yes.
Well, the government can have its eyes everywhere. How do you ensure that everyone is on the same page?
Thank you very much. I told you that we engage all the stakeholders
Yes.
We have the principals, we have the teachers, and so on. Those are the ones in the core phase. Those are the people in the fields that will actually be able to monitor these children. The teachers are there. What we only did was also to engage all other stakeholders, parents, because when they are in school, we need to also realize that they spend more time at home. So we actually engage those ones and engage those student association. Now, we have the attendance I mentioned is part of it. The attendance is now to be marked through electronic means. So we have actually designed the sites where all these students' attendance will actually be marked on a daily basis. So and all students also, each of them have what we call the learner's identification number, so that when any learner does anything and you are actually apprehended, it's not a matter of trying to find out whether it is this person or that person, because it's actually unique to them. So for on a daily basis, teachers also monitoring them and also have their ears to the ground. And we also have to ensure that once any offense is committed and the appropriate action is taken, some of them will involve manual labor, some might involve maybe if they have to be given a suspension. And then during that suspension, we engage them. That was what we were talking about the other time. We engage them to ensure that during that period of suspension, they undergo counseling. Because most of these things, these learners, they do this based on either peer pressure or some other things in the society. Okay. Don't forget that the school is a microcosm of the society. And it's a microcosm of the society. What happens in the larger society have a way of influencing what happens in the school. But for us, we need to make sure these learners eventually become good leaders in this country. If you just send them away from school without having mechanism to take care of these misbehaviors and then putting them in the right path. That's why we have set up the counseling center in the state. We intend to even have the counseling center in each of the schools, but now we have the one at the state capital.